Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to jump into real estate. My name is ReggieM. This is my channel, Real Estate Motivated, where we cover my real estate journey and also interview fellow real estate entrepreneurs, as well as share info and also knowledge that I've learned in the past and I've learned today in real time. So with that being said, we're going to be jumping into real estate and 5 ways to jump into it. I know real estate is one of those things where it's in the very beginning, you may have one thing, but you don't have another one. So you may have funding, but you may not have the knowledge, or you have the knowledge, you don't have the funding. It's one of those things where you have to be very strategic about your first approach, because it can be really, man, you can really lose it all on your first deal. Not just scary, but you should be realistic. Because people sell you a dream on Instagram and on YouTube, and you know, if you do things strategically in the correct way and plan and plot ahead of time, you'll be successful because you already know what can go wrong, and when something does go wrong, God forbid, you know exactly how to approach it, how to attack it. So look, I'm here for you at your service. This is Reggie, Real Estate Motivated. I'm going to give you 5 tips, and if you stick around, I'm going to give you one additional tip, a bonus that really helped me just excel my career as an entrepreneur and also as a real estate project manager for a lead, one of the top development firms here in Louisiana. So listen, stick around, let's get into it. Coming in at number 1, you've probably heard about it. We're gonna be talking about wholesaling. Wholesaling is one of the easiest ways to jump into real estate because you're really learning from, not necessarily from the bottom up, but I feel you're learning really at a, not only a surface level, but a deep level. You know what I mean? You're able to learn about purchase agreements. You're able to, you know, learn about actually finding a property and not relying on a realtor or someone else to find the property. You're also able to learn how to negotiate. You're negotiating with the owner just really to see what price point you need to be at, what your ARV is, which is after repair value. And with that, you'll be able to see, okay, this is the max I can spend to actually rehab it, or this is the max that an investor who I plan on selling or wholesaling this property to, this is the max where he can go and give the correct numbers and just learn the knowledge really from a first-hand experience. I mean, investors, developers all depend on either a realtor or a wholesaler. Wholesalers are really pivotal in the real estate industry. I know sometimes they can get a bad rap, but you know, all the people that I've met, they seem to really have started with wholesaling. Like I met John, who's a realtor, who sold $9 million in his first year, coming straight out of COVID, really just being able to jump into real estate with that basic knowledge that he had from wholesaling. Here's a clip of that.
How I got connected to real estate was in 2020, right before that in 2019, a buddy of mine was doing real estate in Mississippi, and he was working with investors. He was wholesaling. And he was like, John, I think you'd be great at this. So I was like, he told me about it. Honestly, I was like, I'm not going to do it. Until he called me like at the end of that year and told me how much money he made. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it changed your mind.
It changed my mind for real. So I was like, all right. So I started doing it. I had a lot of success with it. I closed 6 deals within a short period of time. But while I was wholesaling, I ran into a bunch of sellers that did not want to sell their house at a discounted price. So I was giving away all these listings. So I just kept giving away all these listings.
Yeah, so see, that's a prime example of where you can really start from and how it can really just, you know, excel your career, because you're getting all this knowledge. You're getting construction knowledge. You're getting really just all across the board, which I suggest anyone really just, even if you're just looking for extra income, or if you're looking for really just a great way to start real estate, I definitely suggest wholesaling. You know, some get a bad rep, but I really believe if you are a wholesaler and you're thinking long term, you definitely don't want to do any dirty business with anyone. You don't want to burn any bridges, just because you have a heart, and you know you're really thinking long term about your career, and yeah, you just don't want that bad energy out there. Coming in number 2, we're going to be talking about partnerships. Partnerships can really just skyrocket your career, because as I mentioned, let's say you have the knowledge but you don't have the money. You can, you know, network, meet people. Hey man, you're an investor, you have a 9 to 5, I'm looking to do real estate full time. Let's work together and come together for a project. You find the project, you do the due diligence, you present them with a solution and not necessarily a problem, and say, hey, let's work on this. You supply the money, I supply the knowledge. I'm gonna literally manage this project from point A to point B, and I'm gonna get everything straight. It'll be turnkey, and we'll have a profit. I mean, that's probably one of the best things. I mean, and let's say it's vice versa, where you may have the money but you don't have the knowledge. Network. Like I said, it's the same exact routine. Same process. You just want to collide and collaborate with someone. Not collide, but you want to collaborate with someone where you can really, just come together. I come from Kimball Properties, which is a development firm here located in Baton Rouge, and you just learn so much. And one of the main things I learned was just really collaboration over competition. If you see someone doing their thing in real estate in your city or somewhere else, hey, congrats, hey man, you're doing your thing. You motivate me, keep it up. Just keeping positive energy. You don't know what they may lead to, or you don't know really what may happen in 2 years or 3 years. And really you can say, hey man, I really love what you're doing. How can I help you? Or how can I be of service to you? Really just being able to be a solution. That's really all this is. You can't really just reach out to someone, hey man, I mean, I like what you're doing. You looking for someone to shadow you or something like that? No. Just presenting someone with a solution and just being really solution-based, mentally solution-based, you'll be fine. You'll be able to get it. So yes, definitely partnerships. Reach out to your local REIA, which is your real estate association in your city. Really, I'm telling you, partnerships will take you so many places faster. I'm telling you. So number 2 and number 3, partnerships. And number 3, which is mentorships, can really, go hand in hand, but really mentorships is really, you're taking the back seat. You're really just helping. You're assisting in so many ways. And like I said, you're presenting a solution and not a problem. So let's say you see someone in your city and they're doing new construction projects, they're doing rehab projects, and you're thinking, they're doing their thing. How can I really pick their brain, or be a transaction versus you just taking and not giving. So really, you really want to just find someone and say, hey man, I love what you're doing. I specialize in so and so, or I can assist you picking up materials during the week on my lunchtime or something. Just to be able to let them know that, hey, this person is serious. They really want to learn real estate, and I can assist them any way that I can. Just making it seem worth it, because you never really know what someone's journey has been to get into real estate and how far or what they've been through to get to their step. And I'm pretty sure, like literally out of all my interviews, everyone that I interviewed, they all respect someone who really, man, just has a story, because they can relate. They know things don't come easy. Everyone has obstacles, and really how you overcome those things really define your story. You know what I mean? So really, with that being said, is to find someone, network, direct message them on Instagram, email them, and if a person does not respond to you, it's okay. You literally don't know what that person may be doing. Maybe it's not a great time in their personal life or their business life. Don't take it personal. Don't send them a second DM saying, hey, I know you see my message. You know what I mean? Don't do that, because something like that, it just pushes someone away. It burns bridges. So let's not do that. Stay positive. If one person doesn't answer, keep it moving, keep it going. You know what I mean? It's literally a train. Just keep on riding until you find your destination, to where you can build, you can go about your journey. Coming in number 4 is house hacking. House hacking is probably one of the best or easiest ways to jump into real estate. I recently did a previous video I put at the top of the screen where I talked about house hacking and how to properly do it. So definitely check that out. But house hacking is probably one of the best ways. Just being able to purchase a home and be able to get rental income from that, and learn the process, learn how to be a landlord, learn how to, okay, how much I'm gonna have to put for a down payment. Am I gonna put 3.5% down FHA? Okay, I know that comes with PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. Or if you want to do a conventional loan and put 20% down, so where you have a lower monthly note, but you don't have any PMI, and you also have just different benefits. Really it's about what is best for you in your life at this time, and it can assist you for where you want to go in the future. really, man, house hacking has changed my life personally. I recently captured my journey of being able to rehab a duplex that I'm living in right now with my family, and also just being able to short and midterm rent the other side really for a little bit more than what my mortgage is. So really, we're living rent free, and I'm able to leverage that income, you know, for other properties, or leverage that income for business credit and personal credit, just different things, and being smart about, you know, your next moves for where you want to be in 5 years. I know a lot of people don't want to have a tenant. They don't want to be so close to real estate. If you have the means, or if you have, you know, those finances to where you can just buy single families or multi-families and just be that type of an investor, hey, go for it. I mean, you know, what comes with house hacking, you know, you're literally the face of the property. So 9 times out of 10, your tenant's gonna know that you own the property. So when they have a water leak, if they tell you, hopefully you have a responsible tenant, they're gonna come to you and say, hey, you have a leak, or hey, the toilet won't flush. You know, things like that. It's really great because they're coming to you and you're able to nip it in the bud and fix it. But it also is a expense, and it can be a burden at times, I'll be honest with you. But if you're constantly thinking long term, and you know where you want to be and where you're going to be, and speaking into existence, it's going to work for you. That's why it's so important to know what you buy, and to go about the home inspection process and do all those things to put yourself in the best position to win. To know, hey, okay, I have new plumbing, that won't be an issue. I have new electrical, that won't be an issue. Just those things being able to help you win. So yeah, definitely. Moving on to number 5. Number 5, we're going to be talking about subleasing. It has a lot of successful investors who sublease. And with subleasing, you're basically going to, let's say you go to an apartment building and say, hey, you guys offer subleasing. They say you do. Basically what you do is you furnish it and you list it on Airbnb, your furnish finder, and you have a monthly note, and let's say $1,000 is your monthly note, but you're getting an income of $3,000. So you're getting $2,000, you know, not including expenses of really income after you pay that expense. So really, I mean, it's great. I mean, you do not have any responsibilities to where it's, if you want to get out of that lease, you know, that's a small fraction. It's easier to get out of versus if it was a mortgage. Versus if you come out of a mortgage, you know, it's a process. It's literally, you have to sell it. You have to, first of all, you have to list it, sell it. It's a process, a longer process to get out of. You know, if you want to leave, you have to list it, you have to sell it. It's all of that is a process. Versus if you are doing subleasing, which this actually saved a lot of investors during, I'm not gonna say the word, but COVID you get it. Listen, I'm not gonna say the word because YouTube messes up your videos when you say that word, but we're gonna keep going. So what happened during that time was a lot of investors were focusing on short term. In short term, during that time, it's a pandemic. Literally no one is traveling. Everyone is restricted. So majority of America was restricted. Some people travel, blah, blah, blah. The main thing is a lot of people were, I mean, you still have a mortgage. You still are responsible for paying that, and you're not getting any income. So that's why it's important to really know your numbers and have reserves for times like that. But also, if you were, on the other hand, you were subleasing, you can say, hey, it's not working out, we got on my lease. You may be, you know, responsible for early termination, something like that. But I mean, that's a drop in the bucket compared to being responsible for a mortgage. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that is worth thinking. If you are in the means financially to do that, definitely go for it. And this is literally a bonus one that I'll just give and share. If you're really passionate about real estate, but you don't have any experience, you don't have any funds, you're literally at the bottom of the drawing board, like you have nothing. What you need to do is literally tell every single person that you meet that you want to invest in real estate. Literally, if you work at Best Buy and you work in the cell phone department, people are constantly coming to you. Tell every customer, hey, how you doing, man? You know, what do you do for work? We're like, oh, okay, yeah, well, I'm here, and you know, I want to be a real estate investor. Or literally, tell everyone. Tell your mother to tell her pastor at church. Tell every single person, because you don't know who that person knows, and you don't know how that's going to come back to you. I promise you, if you do this for 30 days straight, for 1 month, you will literally have at least two connections, two strong connections that's gonna help you and help you gain knowledge and do something. I promise you. Yeah, so look, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and giving me your time. I definitely appreciate it. I would even appreciate it more if you were to like this video, comment on this video, let me know what you think, how I did, or anything that you want to hear going forward. Definitely comment and let me know. Subscribe to this channel. My name is Reggie, and I thank you for your time. Have a great one.